Welcome with your host, Ronnie McLean, to the Awakening Channel. This is going to be a update on Jade Helm 2015. As you know, Jade Helm started sometime in July 15th, and it seems as though it's been very quiet. So I'm going to be giving you some updates on Jade Helm, the Pope, the triads of the lunar eclipses, and some other things that might be happening sometime in September. So on this channel, the Awakening Channel, I just want you to remember there's a reason you separate military and police. One fights for the enemies of the state, the other serves and protects the people. When the military becomes both, the enemies of the state tend to become the people. That's something that's extremely important for us to remember as this secrecy of Jade Helm continues. Anyway, well, just to give you a background, Jade Helm is a military martial law exercise that runs from July 15th through September 15th. Over 1,200 service members will participate in Jade Helm 15, and the largest domestic military exercises held ever in the United States. And as Jade Helm right now is on the go, it's surprisingly quiet around the whole entire United States. Nobody's actually talking about what's going on, even with all the maps, especially one that you're looking at now, as Texas is like Iran, New Mexico, Syria, Colorado's like Turkey, Utah's like Syria too, New Mexico, again, Iraq. You have Arizona, it's Jordan. You also even had rumors that the Russians during this time is going to be landing, or not landing, but bringing forces over to the shores of California to help protect the people of Texas. Texas, by the way, has ultimately asked for all of their gold back, some billions of dollars of gold back from the Federal Reserve, and it's not very well liked. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Jade Helm 15 is the Skynet update. Of course, as I mentioned in an earlier broadcast, Jade Helm is a computer system that is actually being tested, that is a blanket of all the other computer systems that have been devised throughout the United States with a global network in place. So they're pretty much testing how this global network, how this Jade Helm military exercise is going to be able to be used throughout the United States. So with all of the data collections that they're doing, all the cameras that they're putting up, all the facial recognitions, all the laws that they're putting into place, all the telephones that they're tapping into, they're using Jade Helm to see whether or not if they can actually get a response to anything that's going to be happening within inside the United States through this computer system. So if a military unit needs to be moved here, the computer system is going to designate where it needs to go. So at this point, as Jade Helm is transpiring, the computer system is working pretty effectively, because you don't hear anything going on. You don't know what's happening. It's even surprising that these persons that are supposed to be watching over Jade Helm has been auspiciously quiet. Now let's get on to the Pope. The Pope is supposed to be visiting New York. Supposed to be visiting the United States in its first visit to the United States in September. So September 22nd, the Pope is supposed to be coming. And this Pope has never been to the U.S. before, and is making its first visit. We'll be going over the Pope's agenda probably in another video, but he's going to be visiting with the forces that are around Washington, and he's going to be doing a whole lot of different types of things. People think that this Pope visit the Pope is making is going to be an evil one, supporting the Palestinian state, and even acknowledging certain other things that might be happening with CERN, some other things happening within the September itself, as the world is coming through all kinds of different types of climatic shows, especially with the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Now, this guy that you see before you now, he's a French ambassador, Fabius, and he made a statement with the Secretary of State of the United States on May 14th, 2014. And he said that we have 500 days to avert a climatic disaster. A natural disaster is like which nations have never seen before. That's something that the former Secretary of the United States self-defense has been talking about. So there's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of warnings that are happening, and it's a lot surrounding September. September seems to be a big thing that's going to be happening. Some big things are going to be happening, as you're going to be hearing all over the internet. September is the next big boom. So as Jade Helm is participating as it's going on, there's supposed to be comets coming, hitting the Earth in September, the Atlantic Ocean. There's supposed to be all different types of meteorites coming into our plane of existence. God only knows what type of natural disasters they might be talking about. But then we have CERN also, which is supposed to be opening up a portal and bringing in all other different types of things into our particular realm. I'll have another thing on CERN, which is extremely important. Please look it up. You have all different types of media personalities and types blowing the supposedly seventh trumpet as we get ready to look. Here before you see dancers for CERN, they're supposed to be looking up at all different types of things. They're acting out a long centuries and centuries and centuries of things that they're supposed to be doing with CERN, such as bringing back Vishnu, and that's what they're doing, the Vishnu dance. And so Vishnu dances in the waters of the Hoover Dam on the big day, and as you know, that there was a big giant placard that was pictured on the Hoover Dam. So as we come on to all of this, I have to say thank you for watching, and keep your eyes open. Please, in the black community, please get a hold of a lot of this information, and I thank you for watching. You take care.